Parker.
Thank you.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6.
No, I can't see the moon.
4. Hold on, just wait. 3.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's getting so dark.
Yeah. Look, Parker. There's totality. Woohoo! Wow. My goodness.
Dude.
It's nighttime now. It's time for bed.
Wait, so what's the red on? Oh, wait, never mind.
I figured it was no better time to work on a big project like this than when it rains. So I took my time the past few days and really mapped out what I wanted in the sketchbook spread. And I just really wanted to capture the memory of seeing my first eclipse. So the plan is we were to take a 4-hour drive to get to Erie, Pennsylvania. We weren't sure at first if we were doing Erie or Ohio. It was such a toss-up until the day of, pretty much. But we figured it would just save a lot more time if we just did Erie. So we ended up taking a couple of friends with us, and we took a couple of pit stops on the way up. And every time we did a pit stop, we were keeping an eye on the weather because Erie was supposed to have like 80% cloud coverage, and it just wouldn't let up. It just kept saying 80%. So my husband decided last minute to save an hour of our trip, and we were like an hour south of Erie, but we were still in the totality line. And we just came across like basically this dike. It's like a walking path with water next to it. And we stopped there for a minute, tried to find service because being out in the mountains, you just don't get very good cell service. Trying to figure out a really good spot for us to hang out and, to have a picnic and wait for the event to happen. And just by chance, my husband's like, I think there's a spot like 15 minutes up. He was looking for a park because we had kids with us as well. And we ended up just coming across this dam, most beautiful area. And it was just, even though there was a ton of people there, it was still very open, and we had our own little spot under the tree. We were all able to stretch out. We had our picnic. And when totality hit, it was the most bizarre but most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I actually started crying because it was a moment, like, a lot happened to me. Like, I had a moment of just pure beauty just went right through me. And then I had a moment, I got scared thinking the sun wasn't going to come back. Like, it was just because it was bizarre. You're not used to seeing this. And then when I realized I am obviously going to get the sun back. And I had a moment, because at first, like, I'm thinking that this is going to happen too fast. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. But then when I realized I can enjoy it and just absorb it, then that's when I started crying. And there was a lady next to us when she found out after the event, we're getting ready to leave. She found out I cried. This was like her 4th eclipse, I believe. She told me that it was normal for people to cry, especially when they're sensitive. And I just kind of laughed at that because I could have told you I was sensitive without you telling me, you know, during an event like that. But I would love, honestly, if you had the chance to see the eclipse, I would love to hear your story. Please leave a comment. Like, where did you go? Were you just happened to be in the line of it? You know, did you cry? Or did you go somewhere? You know, did you take the trip? Oh, and another thing is we weren't really expecting this, but on the way back home, it actually took us 7.5 hours to get home because the traffic was so bad and everyone was leaving all at once. We honestly thought the traffic up was going to be bad. Like, we got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to be out the door by 7, you know, making sure we had everything we needed. But we're not prepared for the trip home. But I'll tell you what, it was so worth it. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if you had a chance to see it and where you were.